Imagine capturing stunning cinematic shots with the camera small enough to fit in your bag, but powerful enough to rival high-end production gear. The Sony FX30 might just be the game changer you've been waiting for, despite being released in 2022. When I first picked up the Sony FX30, I wasn't expecting it to be my main camera. I figured it would be a great secondary camera to pair with my Lumix S5 II. But within just a few months of using it, I found myself using the FX30 way more than my S5 II, and that is because this camera punches way above its weight. So let's talk about why. Sure, the FX30 has great specs, but it's the real-world experience that really sold me. The camera packs a 26.1 megapixel Super 35 sensor, shoots 4K up to 120 frames per second, and offers 10-bit 422 color depth, which gives you lots of flexibility for color grading. And yes, these numbers are great, but what does that mean for actual use? First of all, the image quality is just beautiful. I've taken this camera into many different environments, outdoor shoots, dimly lit spaces, run and gun situations, and it has handled every single situation effortlessly. The dynamic range is impressive for a camera at this price point, and the color science, honestly, is hard to beat. The colors are rich, and in post-production I have a lot of flexibility to tweak things however I want. Even though it's a Super 35 sensor, the image looks incredibly cinematic. You wouldn't think this coming from a $2,000 camera. What I love about the FX30 is how easy it is to use in real-world scenarios. It's lightweight, and for a cinema camera, that's a big deal. Whether I'm filming handheld or using it on a gimbal, it's so easy to move around with this camera. And with its compact size, it's perfect for those tight spaces where bulkier cameras would struggle. For vloggers and solo filmmakers, this camera is perfect. Another thing that stands out is the usability. Sony's menu system is something I've gotten used to over the past few months, and on the FX30, it's just a breeze to navigate. It doesn't have the same complexity as some of the higher end models, but that's part of the charm. You get pro level features with a user-friendly experience, so you're not spending your time trying to adjust something mid-shoot. Now I know you're probably thinking, how does this compare to my other setup, the Lumix S5 II? Well, the S5 II and the FX30 are two very different cameras. The S5 II is a full-frame powerhouse that excels in low light, but the FX30 holds its ground in almost every single area, especially for controlled lighting situations or when you want a more compact setup for a run and gun situation. The FX30 has become my A cam for video, even though I thought it would just be my B cam. It's just that good. Let's talk about the autofocus for a minute. Sony's autofocus is hands down one of the best in the game. The FX30 can track moving subject with ease. Whether I'm filming a person walking or capturing fast action, the autofocus keeps up without fail. Honestly, the reliability of the autofocus is what keeps me coming back to this camera. It just works, and when you're filming alone or on a tight schedule, it makes all the difference. I know a lot of content creators out there have different workflows, and what I've noticed about the FX30 is it's very versatile. From cinematic shots to fast-paced vlogging or product shoots, this camera does it all. Even though I've used full-frame cameras in the past like my S5 II, the FX30 doesn't feel like it's lacking anything at all. The Super 35 might have a tighter crop, but I don't miss full frame for most of my work. And one of the biggest selling points for me is just how portable and easy this camera is. If you're out there shooting on your own, whether you're filming YouTube videos, short films, or corporate work, the FX30 can fit into your workflow seamlessly. Its small form factor and robust features make it incredibly versatile, especially for a solo shooter. In post, this camera's footage is a dream to work with. The 10-bit 422 color depth gives you plenty of room to push the footage, and the dynamic range is more than enough to give your shots a professional look. When I'm color grading, I have full control over the look and feel of the footage, and it holds up really well when I'm grading. So here's the bottom line. Going into 2025, the Sony FX30 is still an incredible option for content creators, filmmakers, and anyone who needs a reliable, affordable cinema camera. It's a compact powerhouse that delivers stunning image quality, fantastic autofocus, and all the pro features that you would need without breaking the bank. For me, it's a staple in my kit. I bought it as a B cam, and it quickly turned into my go-to A cam for video work. So if you're looking for a camera that can grow with your projects and deliver high quality results, I would highly recommend looking at the FX30. It's still a top contender in 2025, and honestly, I think it's one of the best deals out there for filmmakers. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've had a chance to work with the FX30, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe for more gear reviews, tips, and filmmaking content. I'll see you guys in the next one.